Mustafa Barghouti, who's the Secretary General and also the co-founder of the Palestinian National Initiative. He joins us now live from Ramallah in the occupied West Bank. Eid Mubarak to you, Mr. Barghouti. I just want to get your reaction to the Associated Press's investigation into the first 3 months of the war. And they say, to a degree never seen before, Israel's air and ground campaign in Gaza is killing entire Palestinian families.
This is a very important report, although it comes a bit late. Nevertheless, it adds more information and more proofs to the fact that what Israel is committing is genocide, very clear genocide of the population of Gaza. And this is exactly what the International Court of Justice is discussing. Yet you have to remember that the report is restricted only to the first 3 months of this war. So every number that was mentioned in that report should be repeated 3 times, actually, should be multiplied at least 3 times, since we've been in this war for more than nine months now. And I do believe that the Israeli army is committing all of that purposefully. They are committing this because their goal is really the ethnic cleansing and the elimination of the population of Gaza. I have to also mention that this phenomena happened before, but not at this horrible scale, when so many families were completely erased to the ground because of the type of weapons and the type of operations the Israeli army conducts. When they wipe out whole neighborhoods with their airstrikes. We have to also remember that Israel has thrown on Gaza no less than 79,000 tons of explosives, which is more than double the explosive power of the 2 nuclear bombs that were thrown on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and that is on an area that is only 350 square kilometers.
Indeed. And just on that point, Mr. Barghouti, a point that the Associated Press makes is that there is now no one left to document the death toll, because thousands cannot account for their dead, because so many bodies remain under the rubble. So again, how will we even know, as you said, maybe times 3 what we have seen already in the Associated Press report for 3 months?
Yes, absolutely. You are correct. And in addition to the 37,000 people who have been reported killed, which means their bodies were found and they were buried or they were recorded, there are at least 10,000 missing under the rubble. So the actual number of people killed is no less than 47,000 people. And in addition to 85,000 injured, many of whom will simply die because Israel has destroyed most of the medical facilities. There are no capacities in hospitals to treat these people. And Israel is imposing terrible siege on Gaza. So nobody even can get out to get treatment. But add to that, I want to clarify something for the audience, which is that when AP says families, it's not the usual nuclear family that people in the West could think about. We are talking about extended families.
Correct.
Which means we are talking about a family that could include grandfather, grandmother, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, and children and grandchildren. These are the types of families that were wiped out completely, including the example of 60 families that AP has reported.
Absolutely. And as they say, up to 4 generations, as you explained and clarified there. Let's go to the bigger picture. And as you mentioned in your first answer, what's happening at the International Court of Justice, trying to find evidence for genocide. How can this play a part, this investigation by the Associated Press?
It will prove what many other reports that have been presented to the International Court of Justice before, because the ICJ got reports about all these killings and all these families that were wiped out. But a letter from AP or an article from AP will definitely support the arguments. But the problem here is that the genocide is continuing. It's not stopping. And it is the Israeli atrocities in Gaza are not only linked now or limited to killing people with bombardment, they are now killing people with starvation. 50,000 children, according to UNICEF and United Nations, are at the risk of dying because of malnutrition and starvation. Add to that the fact that our medical relief organization runs 45 medical teams now in Gaza, and they report to us that there is at least 1.4 million people who are sick with respiratory infections, with gastrointestinal infections, because there is no clean water there. And add to that more than 76,000 cases of infectious hepatitis, which is an epidemic that is spreading very fast.
Yeah.
And that's why I think the ICJ has no time to wait. In my opinion, they should immediately convene and issue an order to force Israel to stop the war of Gaza, to stop the genocide. Because if they wait longer, by the time they finish, there will be no more people left in Gaza.
It's a very strong and sad note to end on. Mr. Barghouti, thank you so much for your time. That's Mustafa Barghouti, Secretary General of the Palestinian Initiative. Always a pleasure to speak to you. Thank you so much.